Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a month. I think you know what? Every time we go on like these little mini breaks and work with Title Sports Show, there's so much chaotic shit that's been happening in the sports world, and it's like
Yep.
perfect time when we come back.
Yep.
Um, I've said it before, D. When it comes to NFL, 5 weeks is all you need to kind of tell where your NFL team is going to land at, or at least a trajectory that they're going to go.
Yeah. Yeah. We have gotten to that point now where we can pretty much clearly say who's ish and
Um, before we dive into the NFL teams, D, let's talk about one Dan Snyder.
okay, so help me out here. So help me out here, sir. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Chris. By what I know, this is
Mhm,
all I know, and
mhm,
you can
mhm,
inform me on the rest of the
mhm,
storyline.
mhm.
But Dan, Dan was
Penny
about
boy.
to, ain't he about to go on a stand or something like that? Ain't he about to see judges or whatever? It don't matter. He was like, "Hey yo, I'm about to snitch on the whole set."
Dan Snyder has
What?
like 5 different allegations coming his way to the point
So let
where
me get
he
this straight.
he is so
You
new.
got a sexual harassment suit,
Mhm.
several, several.
I mean, you got the workplace harassment. You got the accounting issues, which is on some, like you said, the whole what's the shit from Untouchables? The Al Capone shit. They got
Oh
you by the
yeah,
books.
yeah. You got to buy the book.
Um,
The book.
your
Yo,
new
yo.
your new stadium proposal is about to get botched because of all this bullshit.
Oh, by the way, you know what? I don't like Muriel Bowser, but I'm with Muriel. No, you not putting that shit in DC.
Hey Mario, you gonna fucking destroy RFK Stadium then? Shit. God damn,
I
that
was
shit's been
with
that
her. You like, you not about to knock a damn thing down here in DC. You ain't coming to Southeast without giving us a whole lot of money first. You are never allowed.
folks. If you've been on Southeast, I was recently in Southeast. You ever seen a neighborhood get gentrified, but niggas are like, yeah, that's cool. You put a nice house here. We're still selling drugs over on across the street over
Dude,
there.
do you
So, you
want
know.
to know? Here's the best example of that is the hood of the hoods down in Southeast Langston Lane. My peoples used to live. My wife's peoples used to live down there. And let me tell you, it's funny that they're gentrifying everything around there and the drug dealers. Man, that's cool as shit, dog.
I was over at the community center,
Hey, you
D.
see that? Man, you see that new school, man? Yeah, my kids gonna go over there, man. Ain't you a granddad? Yeah, and I got a new son, nigga. What? You 44. Why are you happy about this? When did y'all graduate?
It's weird. It's like the drug dealers are like, all right, we got some nice stuff. Let's keep the drugs away from there because my grandkids go over
I
there.
gotta
So let's
tell you.
keep it away from there.
I gotta tell you something, man. These late stage Gen X's and millennial drug dealers are changing the way.
Changing the culture, D. The
You
culture.
know, see, here's the thing: we always been outlaws, brothers, and what we
What we need to do is we got to
gotta find out
collectivify.
these niggas. Gotta find out these niggas have a powwow every night, eating chicken, and talk about deep shit, how to invest into the community.
Folks, I've been over by look,
We
look,
make
look.
jokes because we know they're going to buy Jordans.
Here's the kicker. Me and D have been over by Kitland. Is Kitland still a rough area? Sure. But there's still nice areas during the day where you're
Yo,
like,
it is so funny what they're
huh.
doing over there too. You see the trap right there. These houses look nice, man. Yeah, the houses on the other side that used to be there. Yeah, it like the field in and cleared it out. Man, it's nice over there. There's a little bit of Mexicans that live over there, man.
It's crazy.
There's a soccer team out there. It's nice.
It's this weird obligation, man.
Kentland Zoo used to be hard as hell. I'm pretty sure every
It's
now and
still
then.
hard.
I'm pretty sure every now and then, shut up, nigga. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's about it. What you looking at, nigga? Like, oh shit.
Look, I'm pretty sure. Hey, look, hey, yo, I'm pretty sure. Hey, what's up, Mo? Yeah. Check it out. My children trying to sleep. It's 3:00 in the morning, and why y'all blasting go that loud? This is
Can you turn down just a
look, I
little?
ain't trying to fight you. Just why, man? I gotta wake up tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying?
I go to a job that I don't like.
I'm just saying, man.
No,
what if I ran up on the corner that you were selling drugs? Hey, go ahead, man. I was playing. Look, I was.
no, but here's the thing. It's like everything. Apparently, Dan Snyder shit is kind of bleeding over to the other owners to the point that even Goodell is like, "Fuck, man. Like, I know
So
we're fucking up, but you're really fucking us up right
here's
here."
my thing. Who is he snitching on?
Apparently,
Who?
he says he has dirt on all the owners. Now, I saw somebody break up a good point. It's like, what dirt does Dan Snyder have that we all already don't know?
Thank you. What is Jerry Jones
What
doing?
Jerry Jones paid off a
Let's
chick
just
that he
look.
got somebody that he got
Let's keep
pregnant
it.
that we knew this already.
Let's
So
keep
what
it.
now?
Chris, let's keep it an odd messel. Let's keep it to Jerry Jones real quick. What did he do? Let's remind you. This nigga was in a club twisted with a young girl, face first and boobage. That didn't knock him down. That didn't knock him down at all. When he clearly made all his boys get out there and link arms with him, that ain't knock him down.
He had a potential paternity suit, and then he paid the chick off or some shit.
I think that was a thing that truly, truly happened. Yes.
Yeah, I think
So
he did.
I got a question, Daniel. Unless you got a picture of the little boy with him, what do you have that's going to take him down?
Because I don't see any of the NFL owners blinking.
No.
They're just like, okay. Like,
what you got? Look, what do you got on the Bears situation? I know they're a whole family. They're a whole family. They full of crap. What do you got on there to take them down? Hold on. I'm gonna keep you even more.
Got something on the cons?
I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, you got something on the cons? You got something on the cons? No, fuck on that. Who owns the Detroit Lions? I think the Ford Motor Company owns the Detroit Lions. What do you have on the Ford Motor Company? Let's be honest with you guys. Most of us are dying because the smog they put in the sky.
well, COVID did clear it up a little bit, so there's no smog.
You mean to tell me you got something to take down that Kraft? You can take down Kraft. No, not Bob Kraft. No, it's not Kraft. I mean,
Bob Kraft. What?
Dang, I forgot his name. The shitty owner for that Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons. I forgot his name, man. I forgot. He probably take him down. I think he's like one scandal from getting out anyway. So
I don't know what Dan Snyder has. Like, what does he have?
What did they look? Unless, this is the only thing he's going to say. Unless you got on camera, all of them. I don't like that nigger, that nigger, that nigger, that nigger, that nigger. Let me tell you about my niggers. Unless you got that. And even then, 6 of those dudes aren't going to go nowhere. And his name is Jerry Jones. Trust me, he can say nigger right now. And guess what? Here's me. You go watch this game on Sunday, right? Yeah, I got me.
Meanwhile, CD Lamb in the corner. Well, Jerry ain't never told me a nigga in my face, so I'm good.
Hey man, look, man, he can call me nigga more. Look like this, dog. He just gave all of us a side emoji and not say nothing. So unless you go top that,
because let's be real.
Are you negotiating my blackness? You fucking right.
What people don't know about Dan Snyder is when Dan Snyder stepped foot in Washington, when he claimed ownership of Washington, the football team, the Redskins, he had aspirations to be Jerry Jones. Dead ass. Like he was very like obvious about the shit. Like we want to be Jerry. He wanted to be Jerry Jones easily.
So bad. So bad.
Problem is, you're Jerry Jones minus a success. Like you're paying players the money, but you don't have the success. You had a 1-year success with RG3, but you didn't really have consistent.
I feel like he never had a success.
He had moments.
Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. What? And I'm really mean this, and this is not D trying to be funny as hell. I mean this. What is the number one moment that the Redskins, that the Washington football team, that the Washington Commanders had since Daniel Snyder has been owner? And I really mean that. Yeah, what's the number one thing? What? When they what? When Dallas when they beat Dallas, with Steve Brunel and what's his name? Okay, I agree with that. But that happened in Irving, Texas. So what? What moment did they have under that ownership? Nothing.
Just the 1
It's
year of
all that
RG3. The 1
bullshit.
year, the 1 year of RG3 was probably their biggest,
I
like,
call
oh
bullcrap on
shit.
that. Well,
You have to give them that.
okay,
You have to,
cool.
that
I will give
2012
you that.
that 2012 year was like a huge
But
like
look, look, I like the fact that we both know this shit because we were both alive when all this happened.
no, because we lived it because it was like
we
because
witnessed it. Look, we saw part of Landover become Raljon, and we was like, "What,
dude, when they
nigga?
called,
That's too pleasant."
do you know how many people had the look on their face when they called that area Raljon? Even my dad was like, Raljon,
Raljon.
really?
Now, if anybody want to know this, it was based off of Jack Kent Cook's kids' names. Now that's cute. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing that a lot of you probably don't know, and I'm just going to inform you. Jack Kent Cook was a big ass racist that half the city couldn't fucking stand anyway.
Oh, they were glad he
A
died.
lot of us didn't. A lot of people hated Jack Kent Cook. That is my earliest knowledge of football was surrounded by Jack Kent Cook being a fucking racist. That's I knew that. They won a Super Bowl, and my dad was like, "I still don't like Jack Kent Cook." Fuck that whole white guy.
Dude, hey, he died in 97, right when I was about to hit high school, and you would thought the area just was like, oh my god, yes, he's gone, you know. And
oh my god, it was only this portion of Washington elite that actually mourned his death, and I mean that. And here's the funny thing about that: those Washington elite that did that are no longer in the city. I'm dead serious about that because the old money in DC is pretty much gone, and only with the old black people, in my opinion.
It's out in Northern Virginia.
Actually,
right
no, that's not true. But the point is this: but a lot of that old stuff, they kind of disappeared, or they just stopped associated with, blatant racists.
but that year RG3, that was the year, like because it's one.
Damn, okay, hold on.
No, when they got what's his face back as coach, Joe Gibbs. When they got Joe Gibbs back, the area did kind of light up a little bit.
Era.
Everybody did kind of light up a little bit, like, oh shit, Joe Gibbs is back, and then it kind of petered off.
Nowhere.
And then petered off. And then
now, here's the funny thing killed me by that. It was all this. That was also, hey, I saw what you did there, Jerry. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to make it better. So you mean to tell me you're going to get a Hall of Fame coach to be your coach? I like to see that. I'm going to get him and I'm going to make it better. Hey, Gibbs, let's do this. Hail to the Redskins. You don't have to talk like that. You don't have to sing that song, son.
Joe Gibbs collected a check and just bounced after
that nigga bounced and said, "This is going straight to Gibbs Racing." Which, by the way, Gibbs Racing is one of the premier racing racing teams in America, Indy and in NASCAR.
Yep.
Real shit, yeah. Gibbs Racing. I love. Oh, they do funny car too. They do funny car drag racing too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, I love how black people love that shit, and a lot of people don't know how much we love drag racing. Those big old you see a whole look.
Why do you think that like a lot of us are saying if we can get a handful of black folks in NASCAR, whether it's ownership and stuff, it's a wrap because we will, man, the amount of black folks that will flood NASCAR races for that shit would be insane.
It's Rizzo. Speaking of which, he's with Richard Petty's.
He's with Richard Petty.
He was Richard Petty. I was about to say no. But yeah, man, I was but think about that. Joe Gibbs coming back, then RG3, and then just bullshit.
Nothing. Just
bullshit.
Just Alex Smith, and then injured. Kirk Cousins.
Who?
Great.
I got a good question.
You like that?
So who? There you go. You like that? So, Chris, who was the number one quarterback in this whole generation?
Whew, man, that's a tough one, D. Let's.
Jason Campbell. No, but all right, who's better than him? I think Steve. No, I'm sorry. I think Steve Brunel was better than him. Click.
Yeah, Gus Frerotte,
Steve Brunel, Brad Johnson.
Jason Campbell,
Jeff George, yes, Jeff George.
Jeff George,
Um,
Alex Smith, Kirk Cousins,
RG3,
RG3,
Tyler Heineke,
Taylor Heineke.
uh,
Oh,
what's the face?
Haskins.
Haskins, homeboy, Hasselback's little brother or older brother, Matt Hasselback's older brother or young brother, whatever his name was. Beck, what's his name? Beck or something started with a B, but he was sorry. He was like a super backup.
Actually, I had the list right here. Oh boy, this is gonna be good. So Joe Gibbs came in at what year? This is like 98, 98. All right, fuck it. We're going down the list.
Daniel Snyder came in at 1998.
Okay, let's start with 97, all right? So we got Gus Frerotte, Jeff Halster, Trent Green, Brad Johnson, Jeff George, Tony Banks, Patrick Ramsey, forgot about his ass. Danny Werfel, Shane Matthews, Tim Hasselback, Mark Brunell, Jason Campbell, Todd Collins, Sexy Rexy Grossman, Donovan McNabb, John Beck, forgot about his ass, RG3, Colt McCoy, Kirk Cousins, Alex Smith, Josh Johnson, Mark Sanchez, damn, I forgot, Case Keenum, Dwayne Haskins, Kyle Allen, Taylor Heineke, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Garrett Gilbert, and Carson Wentz. That's a lot of QBs. That is a lot of QBs.
I don't know who's the best.
I mean, I would say I would say this: Jason Campbell had potential, but injuries kind of hampered him, and also multiple coaches that he was under during his period of time here, which was, definitely wasn't fair.
You know what? I still don't understand why he. No.
Yeah, you could probably say Kirk Cousins.
I think it's Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. Look,
we're spending way too much time on this. Look, we're spending way too much time watching football right now.
Going back, the point is, Dan Snyder is about to stitch, so we'll see what happens. But going back to the NFL, it's looking like Tom Brady is showing weakness, and that Tampa Bay is showing weakness.
Boy,
I know they beat Dallas, but Dallas's defense showed how weak Tampa Bay really is.
Yeah, Tampa. See, Tampa. Of course, the first week of the year, everybody's going to get their footing and all the rest of that shit.
Every week after that, it was
real quick with that. Yeah, actually, we can go the path with the Cowboys as we go down with this shit. But when you look at that shit, I knew it off the break. I was like, in third quarter, I was like, Dak's hurt. I just like it didn't make sense the way he was running, the way he started throwing in the second half, right before they pulled him out. I was like, oh my God, Dak is really hurt. And then when he walked out, like I knew it. He can't hit like, he's hurt. I knew it.
He hit his thumb. He had the same injury that Russell Wilson had last season with his thumb.
Yeah.
He got a bolt put inside of his thumb. Right now, it's looking like he probably won't return until after the Eagles game.
I think he should. I think he shouldn't play this week. A lot of people they saying
it's looking like the Detroit game is when he'll play.
The doctors, I don't think the doctors cleared him to play.
Oh, no,
but they said if you want to rush it, you kind of can if you want to. But it's
looking like they're gonna wait till the Detroit game to put him in. That's what it's looking like.
Yeah, I would too. But that being said, I knew it right there. But the Tampa's defense, Tampa got smacked right in the face, man. I already knew it. And let's take Tom Brady's. Let's take it. It did make it worse. Godwin disappeared the very next week, and then he had no target.
Julio Jones down.
Julio didn't catch a damn ball the next game. I was like, oh my God, this is an old man team, and they're going to have an old man problems for the rest of the year. And let's take his divorce out the way. Let's take his divorce out.
It's funny. It's funny.
It's funny because it is a prime example of divorces that you kind of get, but at the same time, it's like, Tom,
You broke up your
You
marriage just to
probably need to go home
go home and
and
be a
be
family
with your
man.
wife. There is spending too much time doing you and only you, and then there's dude, you gotta go home.
Somebody said,
You have
Tom,
to go home.
you broke up
You
your
have
marriage.
children, Tom.
Said, Tom, you broke up your marriage just to go 7-9. Couldn't be me.
I'm just saying. You broke up your marriage to not make the playoffs, nigga. You better. Woo, I mean that. Me and Chris gonna hang that over your head, Thomas. It's already bad enough. I
You
got.
do right by me.
Look. It's already bad enough you take an HGH. Anyway, so
But not even just Tom. See, we could get on
I hold to.
we could get on Tom all day, but here's another person we can get on. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, your team ain't the same anymore.
Aaron sucks.
Whew.
Aaron sucks. I will say, Aaron. I didn't know that when Aaron had played that last game against the Steelers. All right, Ben, it's been an honor. The essence of Ben hopped into him.
It's like,
Oh, fuck
what was that? Hey, Aaron, maybe you need to get immunized and you might be playing
Boy, first, it's amazing for a nigga that got COVID.
I have never seen a man look so dejected every game. Like, what is going on with me?
I gotta be honest with you. And here's the thing. It's kind of funny. I get why football players want to end it early, but I understand the need to keep going. But if you're going to keep on going, you got to change yourself a little bit. You got to change your game up a little bit. That's what Tom Brady did. That's why Tom Brady is considered one of is considered the greatest all the time. But it's like, Aaron, it ain't 2014 no more, nigga.
Chill.
I need you to really understand that. This is not your first year with Devontae Adams when y'all were just sneaking on motherfuckers. Like, look, Donald Driver's not here no more. You don't have to do this the way you used to. He doesn't trust none of his.
Apparently, he's also calling his own plays.
Sammy Watkins apparently is the only one that can touch the ball without him cuffing at him.
Apparently, Aaron Rodgers is calling his own plays, which makes sense given how they've been.
Which is good. Which is good because you know why? Here's the sad part. You know why? You're making Mike McCarthy look smart. Who knew that his play calling was actually putting you on a leash? Let me find out.
Speaking of which,
sorry, Chris, did you notice that the last 2 seasons we have had this kind of talk about Aaron We done had this talking before. Was Mike McCarthy muting him?
Look, speaking of which, Dallas finally figured something out that me and you have been beating the horse dead on. Hey, Dallas, you play better when you have a balanced offense attack, which means you run the ball and throw the ball.
What happened?
Who knew?
What happened was dealing with Cooper Kupp being out there. Dallas learned how to scale themselves back and go check down football, and that's the only
it works.
That's the only thing you do. The reason why you have to play is, I know somebody's like, you can't play check down football like that. Look, you're not going to get a Dak performance out of him. And yes, if Dak comes in there and being Dak, that offense will be freaking scary.
What Cooper Rush can do is every once in a while for play, 30-yard play to CeeDee Lamb because he's wide fucking open down the field. All right, cool.
This is what happens when you have a dude that knows the playbook. Somebody that can be calm with that playbook to know, okay, it's third down. Even if I fail, fuck it, I'm a backup. So
yeah, it's like, we'll see what happens.
So Cooper has played this very well. I am glad he's not taking none of Jerry Jones' shit to his head. I'm glad. Oh, I'm glad. Because here's the funny thing. Here's the difference. Tony Romo did. But here's Bill Parcells. Yeah, he's good enough.
It's like I could say something, but
I would say
the
something
man's
about
good.
this, but Tony's all right. That's different. That's different. With this, it's like Cooper, I believe in you. I believe it. Like, thank you, sir. I'm gonna give you. I'm going to average 300 yards like that every game. No, that's not happening. No, that's not happening. You're not going to get that same offensive production out of him, man. No offense to Cooper. I actually love him. I love him as a backup.
He knows where
These
he's
5 games, real talk, been lovely, and I'm glad that he
goes
is
out there. He goes out there,
I
throws,
laugh.
like you said, checks down, throws the ball. Everyone, like I said, every once in a while, oh shit, Gallup's open.
Yeah. Every now
Oh,
and then
look.
you lullaby, every now and then you lullaby their ass to sleep because you run, throw, run, pass action, pass action. You
Also,
tire them out. Doing
also,
check out football does tire you the fuck out.
also, it helps when you have the two-headed dragon of fucking Zeke and Tony Pollard. One is fast as shit, and the other one just pounds your ass in the face.
Now the problem about that is, and this is the problem I found out about this is this. Tony Pollard does have this one problem though, is that he'll go for like in a Washington game, he only went for like 10 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And in like I forgot the other game, he went for like 15 yards. And then in that last game, he went for damn near 100. So with Tony Pollard, you're going to get a lot of boom. That's all you're going to get, boom. You ain't going to get a lot of pop elsewhere. And that's where Zeke comes in. And Zeke, ooh, he tires people out so bad.
He will come in there and just spear your ass, and you're like,
and then he looks, like, and every now and then, this nigga is dragging 2 dudes on him for 15 yards. You like, Zeke do that every play. Nah, we're gonna throw this play and they ain't gonna give it to me for 5 more plays. Look, in D's opinion, we're not running the way I like. but fuck all that. Who's the real star? Oh, Micah Parsons. Who are you? What are you? What rock did we find you under, nigga? Who? He. You ever see those pictures of the X-ray as a dog? Yes.
Because here's the thing. What's great about Dallas's defense is that for right now, everybody is so healthy now that what's his face? Who's the defense coordinator?
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn. He's able to maneuver Parsons in different spots, so he's not in one area. It's like, all right, Parsons, we're gonna put you here on this play, and then okay, we're gonna put you here on this play, and it fucks up teams because they're expecting Parsons to be here, and then all of a sudden he's there. Like there was one running play against the Rams that had me rolling because Parsons was right there in the middle of the field, and as soon as they ran the play, you just saw his ass dart to old boy and fucking tackle him. I'm like, where did Parsons come from? He just bam, beelined it.
And here's the other thing I noticed with all that shifting too, and this has been one of the underrated people in the defense who's not underrated, but he's been underrated because Micah has been so freaking awesome, is Leighton Vander Esch. Vander Esch has not slowed down. I will give him that. For a dude that had to go through those injuries, those Sean Lee, oh my God, are you all right? Don't tell me you're going to be like Sean Lee type of injuries where it's like, nah, I'm fine, I'm good, dog.
Well, they are 2 white guys, D. Come on now.
I'm just saying, man. Sean Lee was the train that should have. He was the chosen one. He couldn't stay on the field. Everybody knew it.
He'd be good for 3 games, and then shit, injured.
Yeah, fuck. That's the problem, man. But Leighton Vander Esch, because of all that shifting that he's doing, where's number 11 at? Where's 11 at? All right, where's 11 at? Where's Law at? All right, there's where's Vander Esch? Great. So I seen him. Chip. Good. I'm great. All of a sudden, Donovan Wilson. Blam! Where's Donovan Wilson coming from? You just see dreadlocks coming out of nowhere. Whoa! I'm like, yo, number 6. This defense is scary. I mean, scary. Ooh, I like them, man.
Look, everybody.
Nobody wants to throw the digs.
Look, everybody.
You
know what it is? You know what it is? But here's the thing. There's a lot of quarterbacks that are trying digs, and I think Diggs learned a lesson from last season to not go nuts trying to just go for the ball and just go for the play. And if the ball gets you to you, fine. Yeah, otherwise,
I think he's just trying to make the play. He's trying to do more to make the play now. Also, he's not playing as I wouldn't say
aggressive.
it wasn't so much aggressive. It's weird. It's like he's not given the cushion that he used to because the cushion that he gave is perfect for pick. You know what I'm saying? That it works well in college. NFL, no, that's stupid. That will eat you alive. You got to find a balance in that. That's what Revis did. That's what Dion did. You got to find a balance in having that zone apart on you, so you can have enough depth on that Bama where he can't get to the ball, where you can still make a play on the ball, but at the same time, you can still get a good chance of just picking that joke right off in the sky. So Diggs is trying to figure that out. But every now and then, and you saw that play, man, that fucking Coop ran on that. Coop, Cup was gone, yo. That the second I saw him cut on that side, I was like, oh shit.
Like that white boy can run. Like that white boy can run. All right. But I like how the next play, Dallas gave it to Parsons. Parsons like, bet. But also, that speaks to the Rams because somebody said it best. Hey, Rams, you sold your soul for that Super Bowl ring. Hey, wasn't it worth it?
Hey man, I gotta say, man, that freaking that stretch Humvee that came to the prom is turning into a 1988 Dodge station wagon real quick, isn't it, nigga? Like,
yo, the Rams, they are just like the Tampa Bay. They're getting their injuries piling up a little bit, you know. And you know, it was weird. That Rams Cowboys game, there was a lot of people was like, well, the Rams are going to probably win, but it's going to be tough. Dallas came in and was like, fuck it. That defense was like the first play was a strip sack and for a touchdown. And that's what I knew. I was like, oh, it's going to be a long day for Rams.
I knew it right there. It was going to be a long day, yeah. Because I knew it was going to be a long day. But the second I saw, like, well, good. All right. All right, guys. We got good field position. Like everything's coming up rush.
The block punt.
Seriously. The block punt, all that. I'm serious, man. Like Cooper doesn't have to do much.
Cooper's like, all right, guys, thanks.
This is the reason why I can't listen to Skip Bayless, because he likes Cooper way too much. Like, stop, Skip.
Chill. But that's what everybody was like. Everybody was like, uh-oh, I guess Dak's job is in jeopardy. I'm like, no, it's not.
Y'all better shut the fuck up.
Cooper Rush has not faced adversity. He's just in a fortunate position. Now,
and this is going to be funny with the Eagles, because the Eagles are going to come at him hard. I mean, they're going to rush his shit, dog.
I don't trust the Eagles.
I don't either.
I'm not saying no. Jalen Hurts. Don't get it twisted. Jalen Hurts is playing really good. I don't trust it yet.
Look, here's the thing. I don't got them. Of course, it's always Dallas wins with us, but
it's gonna be tough. NFC East. I think the Eagles
are going to get us. I think the Eagles are going to legit get us, and it's going to be more of we can't put points on the board. This type of shit, you know what I mean? Not that the defense can't give us opportunities, because the defense is going to give them plenty of opportunities. I think when it really gets down to it, can Cooper get a touchdown without getting lucky? You know what I mean? Without beating down, checking down the defense for 9 plays before you do that shit. You know what I mean? Also, by the way, we do get a lot of 3 and outs. We do get a whole lot of 3 and outs. I hope people realize that's the reason why we don't want Cooper out there all the time, because Cooper goes, well, all right, guys, that was 3. Let's get out. Check down rush. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, yo, I hope, look, I mean it, man. Do you realize that man can go anywhere in the city of Dallas for the rest of his life? Do you realize he can go anywhere in the Arlington area for the rest of his life? It doesn't matter. That's Cooper Rush. He won us 4 games. No, seriously. Y'all think I'm joking? No. He's a king in Texas. He better stay in Texas.
Speaking of which, D, so D, you were right when we were doing the draft about the Cardinals. They're showing weakness big time.
I do. Here's the best part. Kyler Murray proving to me that this nigga really not study film, but you really need somebody in your ear. Hey, Kyler, stop Stop. We don't have to. No, we don't have to do hurry up offense right here. Let's let the play clock down a little bit. Yeah, calm down. Calm down. All right. Yeah.
Chill, calm down.
Yeah, because eventually, when you start doing that shit where you want to make up your own play in the middle of a play,
It's like that doesn't work, guys.
I know they tired of that. I know they sick and tired of this nigga scrambling for 30 seconds just for a 5-yard gain. I know they
That
tired.
dude will sit there and run 50 feet or in circles before finally gaining like 3 yards. And I'm like, what was that, man? Like, all right, cool.
It proves, number one, that they're not, I wouldn't say they're blocking, but yeah, it proves that their blockers can only do so much. No, the blockers are giving them time. Your wide receivers suck, dog. Y'all can't get no. You can't get over. Also, I don't know. It could be because your height. I don't know. Something. It could be. It's a lot of things, Kai.
Between him, Justin, I don't know how to throw the ball away. Fields.
I feel bad for Justin Fields. How
Throw
in the
the
world?
ball. If he dog last night's fucking shit show of a Thursday night football game. If Justin Fields threw away a lot of those balls instead of holding on to it, the Bears would have won last night.
That's what
irked me.
I don't think anybody. Richard Sherman put this up on Twitter, and a bunch of people were liking it, and they was like, "Yeah, hell yeah." He said, "How is it possible that Carson Wentz has two plays designed for him to scramble, and Justin Fields doesn't have one?
Yeah,
not one.
That's insane."
You mean to tell me that he has to make up the scrambles? There's no set play for like we're gonna push to the right. No, this motherfucker gotta go down, set her. Oh God, nobody. He has a run for his life every single time.
That's horrible coaching.
Y'all don't have no setup, no sweeping play for him to run through. By the way, I like those. I like the helmets that he wore last night.
It was nice.
The orange helmets were cool. The Bears suck. I feel bad for Justin Fields.
Not even that.
The potential that he actually has, in my opinion, I don't think he's going to be a superstar, but I see all-star.
The coaching is hurting him.
And guess what? They're going to ruin him. I know that the Bears are going to ruin him.
And I'm looking
at them, bro.
And I know they got the win, but I'm looking at the Commanders like, Commanders, if this was Dallas, they would have smoked the Bears by the end of the second quarter.
And let me tell you something. As a man that worked in retail, they had to see quite a few Commanders fans. God, it's coming. It's coming true, Chris.
What?
It was a glorious day for us. What's wrong? You won. You got the W. This W they got last night, Chris. It was like biting into sand for them.
D. If that Justin Fields TD went through, I would have been dying, fucking laughing. Because you remember that
Do you know if the commies lost last night? Do you know that it would have been actually better if they lost?
It would have.
It would have been better if they lost. So at least then you can see.
Because that win was just like, ugh.
I feel bad for everybody. So this is what D is admitting. This is what D is going to admit. Ron Rivera needs to get fired. He's a terrible coach. He's terrible for this team. He's terrible for
like 2 years.
What culture? He's not building nothing up in this squad.
Apparently, he don't give a fuck about quarterbacks. Like, God damn.
The only reason why y'all kept him around because y'all felt guilty when he had cancer. I said it. I said it.
He's like, Ron got cancer. We can't fire him. That'll just look bad.
No, we can't cuss him out, man. He got, he working through it. And Alex Smith is trying his best. Now they need him. Now they actually need Ron Rivera to be a coach. Y'all done had 2 seasons. 2 seasons with this nigga on the sideline. You mean to fucking tell me? I mean, y'all ain't got no player with the squad.
I mean, at least the Panthers got rid of their coach. They finally pulled the plug and was like,
that rule. First off, why would they pay him that much money, Chris?
Hey, but D, here's the crazy part. He gets paid even after getting fired.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, did you hear about that too? Why is he getting paid so much?
And now he can go to college, whatever college team he's going to, and flourish.
They're gonna flourish. They're gonna do good. I don't know what program he's gonna go to, but they're gonna do good.
Motherfucker, go to fucking UFC. Was not about to say UTF. UTF.
We go to UConn. All of a sudden, God, man, Huskies footballs and shit. Who's over
It's
there?
crazy.
Matt Rule. I knew it.
This dude gonna get 40
How long you been over there? 3 years. I knew it. He built the program.
The dude gonna get $40 million, and then whatever college is gonna offer him. But that
Boy,
dude,
look, Matt had to go. Matt had to go.
Oh,
They
he
paid
had
him
to.
all that money. They paid him all that money. Meanwhile, when I saw that amount of money, I'm thinking there's a motherfucking kid in Fayetteville, North Carolina, that is going to bed hungry. Meanwhile, in Charlotte, y'all decided to give this dude all this money.
This man's 2 quarterback system that didn't fucking work for worth a damn. He actually thought he was a genius behind that shit. Like, I got 2 quarterbacks.
Really thought he could ride.
Do this.
He really thought he could ride Chris. He really thought he could ride Chris McCarthy like that.
Chris McCarthy got injured, and he's like,
shit. Look, these leaders, there are 4 biz-ad white boys. You are trying to kill one of them. Why are you doing that?
Listen, Cooper Cuts,
McCaffrey.
What's his face from the Chiefs?
Yeah, Kelsey.
Kelsey.
And, Kelsey, and there's one more. He I don't think he really counts as cool. I just like him. I don't know who that is. I forgot who it is.
Well, D because I ain't because I ain't shit. Cole fucking Beasley.
Cole Beasley, who retired, by the way.
Beasley, hey, D, you know what it was, right? He saw Tom Brady about to get divorced. Like, nah, motherfucker, ain't happening to me.
I'm taking my ass home, bro. I can't do this shit. I got a black wife too. Nah,
I got a black wife. I'm gonna start my rap career. Nah, bro, not doing this.
Gonna move back to Dallas.
Yo, dude,
that's a motherfucker that's moving back to Texas.
I swear to God, if Dallas got to the Super Bowl and won, you're going to see Cole Beasley short ass at the fucking parade for the Dallas Cowboys. Like, hey, what's up, guys?
I call bullshit. If Dallas fuck around getting to the Super Bowl, he'll get signed one day.
You think so? You think so?
I don't think you can sign nobody that late, but you know what I mean?
Because if that's the case, you know Jerry Jones would be like, so Tony, what you doing?
Tony Romo's on the sideline somehow.
He warming up. Dude, he warmed up on the sidelines. Dak and Cooper Rush come out the tunnel.
Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. If Dallas makes it and CBS is doing the commentary, I beat it. Tony Romo can't be there.
Whew.
I hate I beat it. You know why? Because I will freaking cry if we win the Super Bowl. I will freaking cry because one of my like I said, my favorite quarterback, my favorite quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys is commentating that game. I will cry 4 seconds before the. I'm like, we won. Like, no. Here's the thing. Here's the worst part about it. All the Cowboy fans be like, you know, Jerry Jones is a racist. I know. That's what the game.
We got a ring. I swear to God, can you imagine Tony Romo warming up? You see Cooper Rush and Dak Prescott coming out the tunnel like, what the hell's going on here? Hey, guys, what's going on? I'm warming up. It's crazy, right?
I don't know, man. He just told me to come down. I just did it. Like, I'm not really like, he's like this. I'm just wearing the shoulder pads. I'm not wearing nothing else. Tony would say that too. I'm just wearing the shoulder pads. There's nothing else on me.
Jerry would literally be like, all right, Romo, you get one play.
McCarthy, like, get out there. What? Wait a minute. What? He has to be the placeholder. He has to be.
Dude, here's the thing. Romo.
What happens? He drops it.
That play gave every Cowboy fan nightmares afterwards. I swear to God, that was
man.
like
that. You know what? For D, that was one of the most overblown plays in Dallas history. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, man.
I think for us, it was just like we could have went somewhere if he just kicked it out.
Nah, man, we weren't gonna make it out the NFC, man. We know we weren't. Yeah. That was not fucking happening.
But so you got that. Geno Smith is finally figuring out how to be a quarterback with Seattle. That's a shocker. I'm dead serious. I was like, oh, Geno's finally figuring it out. All right, cool. Got you. I understand you, Geno. You're finally getting it together. I don't know how far you're going to go, Seahawks, because with the way the NFC East is ramping up, if it keeps it going, a lot of these teams in these other divisions in the NFC are probably not going to even get a wild card slot because the Giants are kind of good right now.
No, I think they can't beat nobody. That's the problem. They're not going to beat nobody big, but they're going to be a lot of people that can be something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, Jets, dude, the Jets are good, I guess.
No, they're not.
Is that fool's gold?
They just went to a soft part of their schedule that they're surprised that they went.
Hey,
Jets ain't real. No, they're not.
No, D. If they beat the Packers this weekend, they're legit.
I don't think they're going to beat the Packers though. Even though that would be hilarious.
I mean, that's my upset pick for the week. When I did the picks for my picks this week, I had the Jets beat the Packers, so that's my upset pick already. The Jaguars and Colts are the Jaguars and Colts. They haven't really shown.
Here's the thing: the Colts. Now, Chris. That being said, the Colts and the Jaguars. Well, I think they're both in the same bag. What are they?
Yeah.
What are they? Especially the Jags, because the second I thought the Jags might be a little bit, I want to say legit, but something like mediocre something, it's like, no, I think they're just the Jaguars. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, it's the regular Jaguars. With the Colts, it's the same deal, where it's like, man, y'all suck. All of a sudden, the Colts might be scary. And it's like this, D. You say that every single year. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about either of them right now, man.
We got to talk about this. Tua, man. I'm going to be real. Tua needs to retire. He needs to retire. Just go ahead and hang it up. Hang it up and retire.
I feel bad. I feel so bad for him.
That Dolphins organization set him up for failure.
I feel bad because, first off, Chris, I was actually watching that, when it was on live. The second he got up and he went down like that, I was like, "Ooh, get him out the game." He leaves. He comes back in. Oh, he's fine.
When he stumbled, I was like,
"No, he ain't." And then he gets stuck. And then right there on live television, it looked like he over there putting up gang signs. No, he just got stuck. I've seen that once in my life. Somebody hitting concrete and going like that.
Oh, when he did that, I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, when people do that, that means their brain is like, ah! That means their brain is just like bouncing up and down in their head right there, man.
I feel bad for him.
We can laugh about it, but it's serious. Though. We can laugh about this shit, but it's really serious.
Dude, when he did that, I was like Doctor Strange when he fucking Mordo took his shit out.
Here's the real big problem about that. People's like, well, football's a dangerous sport. Yes, it is, but he just came off of a concussion.
And he shouldn't have been playing.
Another one where he's doing this. That's neurological damage, dude. I know that. I don't know much about the body, but I know when you start twitching and going there, there's something wrong in your head.
Like when he stumbled after the first one in the previous game, and they kind of claim it as back injury. I was like, nah, that ain't back injury, nigga. He stumbled. He stumbled.
Yeah, I forgot. They call it a back injury. Dog, that was
he don't need to be playing.
Look, I mean it. And we've seen several other concussions this year. Now, here's the funny thing. We see concussions every year in football. But it feels like the NFL don't care.
To this day,
they don't care.
To this day, I'm shocked that Troy Aikman is a functioning human being with the amount of concussions that he had.
I'm shocked that Steve Young is a function. But here's the thing: we was talking about that, and me and my guys, us, we was talking at work. When Troy got that last concussion, he got out. He's like,
I'm done.
Same thing with Steve Young. Steve Young was like, you know what? No, he got him out of there. Brett Favre to me is probably the only one that stayed in there. Concussion after concussion.
Well, that might be the reason why he spent Mississippi money. Concussions.
Nah. He's just a Mississippi Republican, dog. That's a difference. It's not nits. titles here, sir. Let's not do that.
I don't want to blame CTE for that one. He's just racist.
That ain't CTE. That's pure evil white man right there. Now, yeah, maybe stupid. It may be stupid. And you might can blame that on CTE.
Well,
No,
this is
pure.
well, he's pulling from the evil white man Republican playbook when he's talking about the cancel culture people coming after me. I'm like, nah, Brett, you did this to yourself.
No, bro, you did it to yourself. The more amazing part, I hate to segue into this because it doesn't have nothing to do with sports, but the more amazing part, which is kind of connected to Working Time Sports Show shit, is Ted DiBiase's connection to it. All of this actually came from his son, who also is a former wrestler that didn't go nowhere, which is Brett DiBiase. Mm-hmm. Brett was the no good brother because Ted Jr. was actually good, but he was like, nah, I want to be a pastor or whatever the fuck you doing that. Mm-hmm. But Brett ended up becoming like somewhat of a council member in Mississippi and all the rest of that shit. He started pocketing money for a lot of different people. And this is drawing out of shit from different places. DiBiase's name was all over it. It's fucked up. It is so fucked up. He done put his dad in it, his brother in it, Brett Favre, and then like two other black, like, yes, there are black people that get connected to this too. There's like two other football players that are connected to this shit. Meanwhile, the state of Mississippi is hands down probably the worst state in the whole freaking union. You mean to tell me y'all are siphoning money from the people that need it? Fuck all of y'all. Wow, man. It's sad. It's really sad.
It's 100%
sad. But here's the thing though, Chris. It kind of brings something up because when we first started Working Time Sports Show, Brett was on his way out. And I remember you saying it because you really fucking because you really fucking hate regular jeans. You was like, man, fuck him and his Republican regular jeans. And I remember saying to myself, look, Brett ain't gonna be one of them. I remember saying that to myself. Brett won't be one of them Republicans. Oop.
I mean, you know, but the Tua's thing is, which also I kind of totally forgot that his brother is QB for Maryland. Who, by the way, Maryland doing pretty good this year. We'll get into that later, but I totally forgot about that and stuff. So there's a saga of that one. The Vikings are doing pretty good this season, which
they're all right. They're doing all right.
It's like, all right.
I think the NFC North ain't shit, so they're all right.
Yeah, you know, the Bengals, just like the Rams, are showing weakness.
They are showing it really. It's making me think. I really think they got on a lucky streak last year. Like, I think that was pure luck last year. I really truly think it was, man. Because everybody figured them out, man.
Dude, they sniffed them out big time. The Saints are the Saints, you know. But Taysom Hill needs to be QB apparently because that's the only way.
I love. Shout out to Twitter being Twitter. Every time Taysom Hill runs, that's how a white man runs football.
Yeah, you know what?
Taysom Hill's one of the other cool white boys.
Yeah, he's other cool white boys. Taysom Hill, man. Because can you remember when Dallas played him last season and he was just doing crazy white boy shit? I was like, what the fuck?
I always like Taysom Hill is the Tim Tebow that worked. So I always hate.
The Tim Tebow that worked.
He is. This is the version of Tim Tebow that actually functioned well.
You're right. I could actually throw the ball. Holy shit!
This one actually can run properly, and
he doesn't pray to Jesus. It's crazy.
Like, he's not praising the Lord Jesus Christ. Sign him.
Sign him.
And the way he thinks, the way Tim Tebow thinks, make it like sign him, make him a part of the Illuminati. Tim Tebow didn't want to join us.
Oh my god!
Look, and then everything turns into a chick pamphlet with him.
But we have to talk about the Ravens. So the Harbaughs, what is with them shooting themselves in the foot? Because the Ravens technically should be.
I think neither want a job. Number one, I think first off, I think his time is just up in Baltimore. Number one, I think he's just been in Baltimore long enough They are.
Ravens should be 5-0 right now. They should be
They
5
should be.
0.
They should be. But also, the Ravens are going through a period where they're shooting themselves in the foot as an organization because they're about to lose. They're about to lose. They're about to
Lamar
lose
Jackson.
Lamar. Look, if I was Lamar, I'm leaving because I'm going to repeat what Shannon Sharp said. The Ravens didn't believe in Lamar. God did. Like, son.
Because let me tell you something.
Crap that he's doing this year, and you're not paying him. I hope he leaves Baltimore.
AD. Don't let your boy up in Pittsburgh get him.
No, he ain't going to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh.
You don't think Omar Epps doppelganger ain't going to get him?
Nah. I look. I don't know who's going to look. I don't know what's going to go with the sweepstakes of Lamar Jackson next year.
Lamar, don't go to the Jaguars, please. For the love of God, don't go to Jacksonville, please.
Oh my God, don't come out here to DC. Don't come out here to DC thinking you can do it.
What? Take that 40-mile drive across the BW Parkway to DC? That's what you're telling them to do?
I had this feeling that if Lamar comes down here,
they're gonna break him.
Fat.
They're gonna break him.
He's gonna get fat.
No, DC. He's gonna get fat. No, Lamar's gonna get shot in the leg for somebody trying to carjack his ass.
Check this out. Nigga, if it ain't happening in Baltimore, it ain't happening in DC. But come on, you ain't got stabbed by now in Baltimore. You'll be fine in DC. Sure. Apparently, you don't have that aura around you with crime. Trouble doesn't follow you around that much. No, for real. To be in Baltimore, and a lot of Baltimore players say it, you got to keep your nose clean. Baltimore is one of those cities where you think, man, it's Baltimore. Baltimore is a party city. It is a part. The one thing I will always give Baltimore over DC, when it's like a festival, when it's like a big ass party, when it's like okay, sure. Oh, sure, there's the NBA players going to the clubs in DC. But when the NBA players go to the clubs up in Baltimore, oh, it's a party. So I always give Baltimore that shit. Yeah. So
D,
the nose clean up there.
D, do you feel that this could be Buffalo's year?
I think so.
Do you think the window is closing and this is their time to actually get something going? Because they got a lot of good stuff going on.
A part of me don't think they're going to make it. And I think it's going to be more so of
the Chiefs stopping them.
Not even so much the Chiefs. I think it will be either injury or just fuck. You know what I mean? They got punched in the mouth. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, for instance,
it just feels like everything is going good for them, and I'm like, damn, they might get something going here.
Part of me feels like they can go to the Super Bowl, and at the same time, I can see them losing to, and I'm just saying it because I don't know who's going to come out the Central. I can see them losing to the Titans by like a field goal. Is like, wow. Y'all just, you know what I mean? Like an upset. Like they like one of those games was like, y'all sorry as fuck. Y'all had them, nigga. You know what I mean? I don't think they're gonna make it. I just don't think they're gonna make it. I mean, this is a hunch, man. It's not so much I see what they got, but I just don't think they're gonna make it.
Also, NFL refs, them roughing the passer calls. What are you thinking?
I'm sick of all the refs.
Falcons had the Bucks dead to rights, and all it took was a roughing the passer call that was not even roughing the passer.
You grabbed Tom Brady. How dare you?
You didn't juggle his balls when you did that.
He didn't even do nothing. He grabbed him, spun, fall. Flags.
Dude,
everywhere.
The Falcons coach reaction is my reaction, like,
you know why? Because I bet as soon as he saw Tom go to the ground, he was like, oh no. Tom had his arm stretched out. Tom could have hurt his arm. Oh my God. They're going to give him a penalty. Oh my God. Roughing the passer, son of a.
You know what? If I'm the player that gets the roughing the pass, you know what? Fuck it. I punch the ref and just get booted out the game.
I'm sacking. I'm laying wood to a ref. It's coming. Oh, it's coming.
Oh,
These refs are asking for one of these black men who are stressed out to snap. You saw what Bobby Wagner did to that. You saw what Bobby Wagner did to that fan.
Oh, don't let it be
You
during the
have a
playoffs.
reason to get hit. Actually,
Oh well, old boy the Raiders did to the fucking cameraman. I was like, that's kind of fucked up. Why'd you do that, man? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that, man? that cameraman did nothing to you. Now, hey, he went and did that shit to Randy Johnson because I didn't know Randy Johnson's a cameraman now.
What?
Randy Johnson, yeah, the baseball. Randy Johnson, he actually does camera. He yeah, dead ass, just like Ken Griffey Jr. He films and everything. Well, I was like, somebody was like, let that be Randy Johnson. He shoved Randy would have threw a fucking 90-mile-per-hour camera at his ass and been done.
Stand up, man. Why you tall, nigga? Because you know, man, Randy Johnson was like 7. Randy was like what, 6'10"? Randy was a tall dude.
6'6", 6'7" or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like he was
tall as shit. That's a tall, lanky white dude. It's like, god damn.
You know, it's one of those things sometimes. Yeah, tall baseball players, they can throw heat. They can. The extra arm they got.
He was on that Larry Bird tip where it's like, nigga, you tall. Like, what's going on here?
Why you just tall? You just tall. Not even big, tall.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Anyways, college football, D. Maryland Terps are doing great.
Maryland Terps are doing fine.
They almost beat Michigan. I was like, oh, you almost had it.
They weren't going to beat them. I knew they weren't going to beat them, man. I knew Michigan was going to beat them in that one. I didn't.
I wish they won. I really wish they won, man. That would have been delicious.
I think Maryland has a decent enough program right now. I will give them this. This has been this is the best they've been in a minute. You know what I mean? And I really don't think Maryland's great though. But that's the problem. You know, I just don't think they're great. Man.
Oklahoma are some fucking frauds, apparently.
They are super frauds. See, here's the funny thing. I was going to call them frauds anyway because I knew they was going to lose this game against Tech. I had them losing the game. I didn't even know they was going to lose. Chris, here's my thing. I didn't plan for a total washing. A total washing of them. You mean to tell me y'all niggas didn't score?
Did you even pinch the bitch? Like,
did you kick the ball? Did you kick the ball?
That was terrible. That was terrible. I died.
I loved it. When it comes to the black colleges, I have been actually keeping
Jackson State, the illustrious Jackson State. Woo!
Now Jackson been stomping on everybody. Alabama State coach had me laughing, man, because it's like, oh man, look, it's a twofold thing with Deion. What happened with Deion at Alabama State? First off, there's A. Robinson Jr., which is a football player. Everybody know who he is. You know what I mean? Everybody knows who he is. And they know who his daddy is. They know what he means to the SWAC. So what Deion has been doing for the SWAC has been great because the SWAC is a conference that has a whole lot of Negro culture in it that doesn't get praised as much as the MEAC, but I think it's probably better than the MEAC, to be honest with you. So, but right now the buzz that he got, this is the best buzz they had since Steve McNair. Mm-hmm. This is a real serious thing for the SWAC, and he enjoys Deion being there. But on some real shit, you just drag my students the whole fucking week. Nah, nigga, don't touch my hand. Nah, fuck you, man. We shook hands by. Like, I don't need to know who you is. I'm like, that's some good black man shit right there. And Deion is like, hey, what's up? I know what Deion did. Because Deion's a Leo like me. Hey, what I do? Deion enjoyed every second of that. He enjoyed every second of that. I got your head, nigga.
Dude, that game was actually really good to watch.
Decent game, man. Jackson State, but Jackson just it was all right until like the second quarter. Dog, but Jackson State has been doing nice. I actually seen one game that Howard did, and they got their ass stomped. I watched a couple games of North Carolina Central. They okay. I watched a couple games of Norfolk. They all right.
Yeah, I mean, it is what
And
it is and stuff.
other than that, my other school that I like watching, Iowa, rough this year, man. It's rough. Oh,
I
they
mean,
got a good team, but they just they losing games that I think they need to win in order at least whatever.
yeah, it's see the top 4 right now is gonna be interesting because Clemson, Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia, and Alabama are all undefeated right now.
Hmm.
And when they get to that playoffs, I'm guessing it's gonna go based off of strength of schedule. Do you see Clemson kind of breaking into the top 4 or not?
Let me see what Clemson's record is first, man.
6-0.
6-0. God damn, really?
Yeah, 6-0.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I don't know. It's going to be the same schools again. I don't want it to be the same 4 schools again.
Yeah, at least it ain't Notre Dame's bum ass.
Look, Notre Dame. I enjoyed seeing Notre Dame lose to Marshall. Oh, I enjoyed
Oh,
that
I
so
love it because
much.
Notre Dame is such a fraudulent ass school that only gets in on the top in the top 10
Dude,
every
man,
year on some bullshit.
NBC shows us shut the fuck up. So all right, out of the people that we're saying, Michigan, Tennessee, Southern Cal, Oklahoma State, Ole Miss, Penn State. Now that's going to be the ACCN right there, which is Clemson.
Mhm.
Unless they lose, there ain't nobody else is going to sneak in there. Well, we'll see with Southern Cal and LSU. I mean, Southern Cal, not LSU. UCLA.
Okay.
We'll see with those two.
Yeah.
Because I believe whoever wins the Pac-12 deserves to be in there. But the playoffs is big. It ain't like 6 teams this time or something like that.
Yeah, I think they expanded it this year,
Yeah, it's like
apparently. And
18
I'm like,
or something like that. I don't know, something like that, man.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. D. So I heard about the shit in F1 about Red Bull and how apparently like the scandal was they overspent because of a pizza party or some shit.
Okay, all right. I was
Maybe
joking
I'm
when I
hearing
said,
this wrong, but I was like, are you fucking
okay, this
serious?
is pretty much what happened. Number one, the season is already over, and now I say already over, meaning that Max is 1 point.
There's 4
Oh,
races left and he
he's
basically
one
won.
point away from winning the championship, and he deserves it this year. They had the better. I told you all year, Red Bull had the best car, hands down. Max is already a robot. He deserves all the praise he get. Um, but this year was a lot of people getting signed, unsigned, all the rest of that. But one thing came up is that when they changed over to this year, they started looking up everybody's expenses, and
Mhm.
they found out that 2 teams went over the budget, which was Red Bull and Aston Martin. Both of them were about 5% over, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's like you went 5% over the budget that is meant for the car.
Mhm.
Are you fucking serious? Red Bull pulls this bullshit. Well, it was more on catering than it was on R&D. Think about it. Think about it. This is what I tell my buddies. It was like this. It was like, all right, guys, looks like we got all the budget together. Fuck. Pizza party. Yeah, let's do that. Like, come on, shut up. Like, dog. Aston Martin was like, I mean, like, it's too late. I mean, look, we ain't win shit, so I don't know why y'all mad. You need to look at Red Bull because they. But for real, that's actually here's the funny thing. The reason why, of course, it's serious because these are machines. These are machines. You had an edge,
Mhm.
so that's not. Come on, man. That's fucked up, man. So I don't know what's going to happen to that because the FIA and in Formula One, they really don't like each other right now.
Yeah.
It's a mess. That's all I know. I'll be honest with you, I can't give you the full story because I don't even understand the full story. It's about regulations, about half the drivers hating their ass, about how they can't get money from sponsorships, and the FIA keeps on making up these dumb rules, and F1 is like, nigga, if you're gonna be there, officiate the way you need to officiate. And they're like, well, you made fun of us, we don't want to do. It's a whole lot of bull crap, you know. So I don't know how to really describe it yet. But yeah, it's done, man. But Max is 1 point away from winning the championship, and like I said, he deserves it. I ain't gonna speculate, man. You know, we go into it.
MLB, the best thing that is happening right now.
Boy, the September into October was fun. It really was fun to see these teams try to get into the playoffs, try to squeeze their ass into the playoffs. It was great, man. But the people that are out, I expected their ass to be out.
Baltimore came close, but they didn't quite get some wins
building. I told you they were a year away. I told you.
Our boy Patrick, shout out to him. He's been in a very giddy mood because the Mariners.
Not no more.
Well, they're playing the Astros right now. He's not happy anymore. Wait a minute.
I thought he lost yesterday, didn't they?
Hold on. Let me check.
Didn't they lose yesterday? They lost yesterday. They are down 2-0. Yeah, down
to the Astros.
Yeah, to the Astros. And by the way, the Astros, I will give them that. They clawed their way back up. And it wasn't like they had a bad team. That's the funny thing. It wasn't like they had a bad team, but you kind of had to maneuver around all the bullshit that you put around your team in the first place. So they didn't do that bad, man. I think they was all right, man. I will say this. I'm glad that the Blue Jays came and went. I'm glad that was just a fart that we could just get over.
But I am saying this though. The Cleveland Guardians, they're no longer the Indians now. They're tied with the Yankees 1-1. I want the Yankees fucking out of the goddamn playoffs because fuck the Yankees. I really need that to happen. I'm curious though to see who's going to actually go because I have a feeling the Dodgers are going to probably hit the World Series again.
But you know what I liked? Do you know what D really liked?
What?
That's 7-1. Oh shit! They scored 7-3. Fuck. You know what? No fuck. I think you're going to be the team you always been. And lo and behold, D was like, shit, they playing. I turn it on there, 6-0. No more Mets.
Ooh, the Mets were feeling themselves for the longest. Let me tell you a fan base that was fucking Birdman. The fan base that was Birdman hand rubbing about the Mets losing, and I was laughing, was Phillies fans. They were Birdman hand rubbing like, the Mets are out.
Phillies fans, us Nationals fans, because us Nationals fans had to watch them niggas mud stomp us the last 3 games of the season when they really could have just played their bum squad, but they did it, and they just ran. You know, fuck them. I'm glad they're gone. You're gone. You suck. Your mama, nigga.
It's like you're done. You're out.
Oh, man. Yo, there's a D. Y'all only won 55 games. I know what we won.
We know where we sit at.
We know where we at. We told y'all we were rebuilding. We already knew we were going. We were the worst team. We were the worst team. Yes, we were worst team. That's what I'm talking about. But here's the thing. God. See, we accepted that. Mets have yet to accept that they're the Mets. I don't understand why they have not accepted that yet, Chris. Oh God, I hate
man. Real quick, NBA. Obviously, you know, everybody and their mom has been talking about Draymond punching the shit out of fucking Jordan Poole, which look, from what I know, it just if I had to summarize it, it's basically everybody has that one friend that's just annoying, and you're just like, oh, dude, shut the fuck up, you know, that kind of shit, right? Apparently, Jordan Poole was doing that, and Draymond being Draymond, him being annoyed by Jordan Poole turned into them shit talking during practice. And I guess Jordan Poole said something that probably did one of those things where everybody's like, ooh. And, you know, Draymond got up in his face, and Jordan Poole did what most people do and be like, shutting him away. And all of a sudden, Draymond was like, word, bam. I'm like, oh, fuck.
I like how people who I always known who hated Draymond Green back him up. And I said, you just like it because he punched a light skinned person. It had nothing to do.
Really all it was.
So here's the thing. Yes. What I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speculate, but it's a fan show, so I can't kind of speculate.
Yeah.
A part of me thinks this, Chris. This is my theory. Number one, what you saw last season was great. It was awesome. We still a family. It's you and Jordan and Clay. Me, right? Me. Draymond, yeah. Yeah, y'all need me. I'm still a part of this team. So he's been having a lot of that happening to him. You know what I mean? He's having and that's just truthfully, there's been a lot of shit going on with Draymond as a man. He's trying to figure out different things. He's trying to figure out his future as a player, shit like that. You know what I mean? And I understand that with Dray. But here's the problem, Chris. We know this as well. You know this as well as I do. Some men decide, I'm going to work. Hey, problems. You can come with me.
That's exactly what it was.
He got in there, and I mean this, and I say this this is one of the many toxic. This is one of the few toxic things D stands for. It's practice. Yeah, getting each other's fucking face. We trying to win championships in here. We sweating this joint. Let's go. And if y'all get into a fight, y'all better throw hands real quick. Get back on the court. Let's play the game. Fine. So I was cool with the fight anyway, because wherever it went down, I kind of believe your story. Yeah. But like I said, with the problems that he brought home, the back and forth with him, and Jordan amazingly did the stupid things. You don't raise your hands to a person that got their hands balled up. If you got your hands balled up and you pushed them, you're about to get punched no matter what. So he fucked that up. But this is the bigger thing, and I think this is the reason why it's going to really be different with this team. The camera was on.
Mm-hmm.
Who turned that tape into TMZ? That's stupid. Yeah, I hope whoever did got fired. I hope Triple got fired for that shit.
Because everybody,
you're not supposed to see crap like that.
Because everybody brought up like, well, Jordan punched Kerr, and I'm like, yeah, but there was no tape. So
you can't bring that crap up.
And granted, we know Kerr. I don't think Kerr hates Jordan, but I'm pretty sure Kerr looked at Jordan like, go fuck yourself.
There's been a couple of stories where we hear in the NBA where it'd be like, hey, hold fast. Me and him got to talk real quick. And it's just them two in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
We have heard stories in the NFL. Y'all, you see any given Sunday, they be in the shower. Blah, blah, blah. Bunch of naked niggas in the shower. Punch. You hear these stories on. Dude, you have testosterone bouncing all around that room. And you have and I'm not saying because I don't believe in that shit, but just for the sake of conversation, you in there with a bunch of alpha males too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is going to happen when it gets that hot? You don't want nobody recording that shit. So yeah, that's terrible. Here's the problem, Chris. How do you get around it? You don't.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't think you can. And I'm with Shannon Sharp. If they can get around this, they're the greatest basketball team that has ever lived. Because there's no way in the world these men can't going to be, all right, we cool. No, they're both changed.
Because
Jordan just got embarrassed for no reason. Nobody was supposed to, on some real shit, nobody was supposed to see that. Especially a fight during practice. Nobody was supposed to see a fight during practice.
He kind of got emasculated in that moment.
Yes.
Because think about it. Can you imagine you're playing the game and everybody shit talking Jordan like, Draymond, knock your fucking punk ass out. You know,
here's the funny part. Fights happen in practice all the time. And every now and then you see it, hey, what's that black eye for? Hey, I got into a fight with somebody else. No, it was a fight during practice. And somebody got clocked in the eye. You know what I mean? Jordan, like, look, Kobe and Shaq fought all the time, nigga. Here's the funny thing. With them fighting they got into at least one or twice. If that was on camera, how different their careers would have been.
Been a hell of a difference.
Shaq, I love Shaq to death. Shaq wouldn't be half the man he is today. That would fucking ruin his image today would have been ruined.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there was no cameras.
Yeah.
Because real talk, if people saw how much of a monster Michael Jordan was,
Look, they saw The Last Dance. We saw a taste of how
Last Dance.
It's like we all saw The Last Dance. You know, we saw how Jordan could be a fucking asshole when he needs to be an asshole and shit. You know, that's how it is. You know, shit. You know what it is. The only difference is it's basically everybody telling a story verbatim. It ain't like video footage of him, you know, punching niggas out and shit. You know.
Yeah.
So you know, but real quick, also, did you also see the Redeem Team thing on Netflix?
No, I have not seen I've seen the previews for it. I haven't actually.
It's actually really good. I enjoy the aspect of them highlighting like how 04 is when the turnaround came for the rest of the world catching up with the NBA and players.
Yeah, because to me that was one of the most important years for basketball. As much as America got embarrassed, it was cool to me
because it was like, oh shit.
Me, I actually, for me, and I know for a lot of Bamas, we was like Brazil, Lithuania, Serbia, Croatia. These niggas is coming for our head. Spain, these are serious ball players. America, and that's why hey, you know why you like the Redeem Team? This is how, because you can be truly patriotic with it and not feel bad. It's like true patriotism, like, fuck them, America, we the best basketball players.
And the thing of it is too, what made it crazy is that when you think about that 2012 team and them beating Spain, it was kind of like, if you look at the roster, it was kind of crazy because you had Kevin Durant, you had Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Love, Devin Williams, Russell Westbrook. No, this is the one in 2012, 2008, my bad. 2008 was Redeem Team. But it's just crazy that like every subsequent, you know, basketball team afterwards, it's like they finally figured out how to get a cohesive unit in there.
Yeah, the one thing was they didn't respect America went up there and kicked their feet up.
I mean, think about the previous year. That was the year when fucking Vince Carter dunked over that Lithuanian dude and shit, and everybody's like, "Ah, shit, this is fucking great."
Then the very next Olympics came, and I was thinking to myself, man, Iverson gonna watch this. Iverson looked tired. All of them looked like they didn't want to be there. And the second Puerto Rico yanked their ass. I was like, oh my God.
What happened?
Christian Arroyo. Who I don't know, that's not his first name. Arroyo, Carlos Arroyo. I think it's Carlos Arroyo, whatever. But I was like, oh my God. You mean to tell me the 8th man on the Orlando Magic just fucking
like, what the fuck?
Actually, I think he was on the Clippers. He was on a couple of teams, man. But I was like, are you serious? It happens. So I like how they put it up there. The one thing I never knew as a kid, well, not as a kid, at the time, was how much of that team was LeBron's too. Yeah, it was Kobe's team, but it was Kobe and LeBron's, and they emphasized that. And it's one of the reasons why I actually like LeBron as a fucking leader, because he got it from Kobe. Kobe's like, no.
Oh, no. When they said when Kobe and what's his face said, yeah, so Kobe heat checked fucking Paul Gasol, and that's when I knew
I love shit. I heard that start like let's start. I'm running right through
this motherfucker. It's like, that's your teammate. That's your teammate.
That's your teammate.
Bam.
And I remember me and my dad watching that shit. Bam. My dad, they gonna fuck them up.
Yeah. Here's the funny
score. They are
Here's the funny part, D.
Paul, Kobe wasn't playing.
Here's the thing. Paul was just like, when Kobe ran me over, I was like, okay, so I guess they're very serious today, aren't they? Paul was shocked. Paul was even shocked. Was like, the fuck?
Because Kobe understood. Because Kobe understood the assignment. Fuck the world. I loved it, and that's the crap I
played because Kobe played overseas before, so he already
he knows overseas and all of that. But I think Kobe was like, no, United States basketball is the best in the world. Like it was more of like you insulted me. That's what it felt like to me. Him and LeBron got to be with a coach that they probably would have ended up being with, Coach Krzyzewski. That was get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Coach K's mentality was very much kind of like, hey, if we're gonna play this shit, we're gonna play this shit right. Like
I love that. I love it. I like see. I didn't see. I know about this shit. I know about this shit
he literally
already.
was just like, look,
But
bring your. He was like, yo,
very stop.
Yeah.
All of you made it to the NBA. Why are you playing like this?
Yeah, he literally was like, yo, I want you.
It is.
He literally was like, yo, I want you to bring your egos into this. That's how this shit's gonna fucking work. I don't want you to just be like, oh no egos. No, bring that shit here.
He's a college coach. We got to be nice. Fuck that. Be a man.
Yeah. He's like, I want you to bring your egos. That's what's gonna help us.
You know how many kids I put into the NBA? Talk to me.
I'm a former military vet. I know the vibes.
Like, yo, man, Mike Krzyzewski was the perfect person for the United States team, man. I love that shit. I love that shit. Speaking of which, speaking of foreign players, Chris, have you heard of Victor Wembanyama?
I've heard the name.
Let me tell you about this kid. Mm-hmm. He is 7'2", and he is scary, like really scary, dog. I don't know why I did not put this up. Like,
is he the guy that that the Pacers are trying to get?
Is the Pacers trying to get him? I don't know who's trying to get him yet.
Supposedly, the Pacers may try to tank to get him. That's the rumor.
Oh, that sounds like some stuff. That sounds like something they would do. Hold on 1 second.
7'3". This nigga is 7'3" with an 8-foot wingspan.
I'm about to show you. Hold on.
I've seen the pictures. I'm like, God damn.
Nah, this is gonna be funny as hell. Hold on. Right there. Look how big this nigga is. You know? That's all I gotta say.
That nigga is huge.
Look about. I mean, just.
And I heard, and I heard Dirk is actually training them too. Jeez.
Look how long that nigga. Look like that's insane, bro.
He's shooting jumpers. Like he ain't even dunking. He just shooting.
Is this the alley? And this the.
Dude, he even dunked. He just hopped.
And I want you to look at this. Look at this jumper. Look at this jumper. Look at this.
Damn.
I'm sorry, you got a touch, nigga. I was like, look at that. I was like, you got a touch too? You have the nerve to have a shooter's touch. How do you send that Bama?
Who's gonna get him is gonna be key. It's gonna be key who's gonna get him. Because, dear God. He looks like a taller KD.
He doesn't even jump. He just bunny hops. Stoop.
He's like a taller KD. Like I don't get it, man.
And I mean, he's gonna shoot over everybody. That's the worst part. Look at this. Look at this. Pull up.
It's like easy.
You can shoot threes too. It can shoot threes.
It can shoot threes. Like, dog, this is like a creative player in NBA 2K.
Oh, he is, man. He totally is, man. I laugh at that shit so much, man.
I think it's going to be a case of like, much like with Yao Ming, because Yao Ming was tall, but it was always the durability of his knees and shit going.
That's going to be funny, man. Everybody says the same thing. Oh man, put some weight on. You could be a little bit bigger. Not necessarily, but I will say this: if you can do what Giannis did,
yeah,
Giannis put on weight, but he put on like real muscle weight.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm not saying that because Vic, and don't let that frame fucking fool you. He's actually kind of, stocky a little bit. So
it's like KD, where you look on TV, KD looks skinny, but if you ever seen KD up close, it's like, oh, he's a little.
KD's just a tall dude. Yeah. He's just a tall dude. That's the best way of saying it. It's a linky ass motherfucker.
But I don't know what NBA team is going to get him. That's going to be kind of interesting.
I'm scared of that. That I'm scared of, man. That's the dude that can change the fucking game of basketball.
You go to Raptors, you go to Suns, you go to Pacers. Like, who do you
Chris,
get?
I really mean it. That's a nigga that can change basketball. He has that potential. I showed this to my cousin. My cousin was like, he's the most unfair thing I have ever seen in basketball.
Here's the sick part, D.
My cousin was a fucking lockdown defender at Oklahoma. He's a power forward. My cousin was probably say, "Fuck you." My cousin
is the kicker of those.
He ain't fucking with that nigga. Nobody fucking with that.
Ever since Redeem Team, the U.S. basketball team has been pretty much doing pretty damn good and stuff. When that man plays for France in the fucking Olympics, that's going to be a nightmare.
That's going to be weird because I got this feeling America ain't. Because I'm just being cocky. I got this feeling the United States is going to still stop there.
Like, yeah, you 7'3", but we got your ass.
Let his ass shoot. Shit, fuck around and scare us too hard. We somehow put Steph Curry on the team.
Just shoot threes. Like, fuck this shit.
Actually, I hope, but if we got Buddy Hield on the team, man, we probably still be all right. Like, Buddy can hit 3-pointers like that.
Oh man, but
that's length in God. Anyway, whatever, man.
But finishing this out, wrestling. We're in the Triple H era of WWE now.
Much as I'm thinking that, yes, we are.
Yeah, we are. And it's been very interesting now because Trips got back to people that got fired. Hit Row is back.
I like how Bobby Fish tried to beg to come back, and it didn't work. And he ended up going on Impact, which, by the way, Bound for Glory was a fucking success. By the way, I heard of it. Only saw one match. It was the girls' match. It was pretty fucking good. Yeah. But yeah, I heard Bound for Glory was great. So if you got time, watch that because D will be watching that this weekend too.
I didn't expect Braun Strowman to come back. I'm like, God damn, he's back.
Braun got re-signed. I laughed. But Braun came back. Bray coming back was, oh man, my kids love that shit.
Bray is back, baby.
Boy, I was like, I can't believe this dude has never had a good match ever, and he has us captivated. And part of me is this. Now, here's the funny thing, and I agree with my wife. How is Triple H going to make Bray go? Because a part of me feels that Vince chained him up. A lot of what Bray wanted to do, Vince wouldn't let him do. So it's going to be really weird. You know what I mean? Are we going to get a real different type of Bray, or is this going to be Bray doing regular Bray shit? You know what I'm saying? How different of a wrestler he's going to be. You know what I mean?
The Good Brothers are in WWE, which is interesting because old boy has the open weight belt from New Japan.
I'm like, Carl has another open weight belt, which is
interesting.
Here's a funny thing. Here's a serious funny thing about that. I don't think WWE will use it, and I don't think they should. But if they wanted to, they can, because the open weight belt is literally an open weight belt that's sanctioned by New Japan, and all you need is their okay. I have pure faith that if WWE wanted to do that, New Japan would be like, one of your people better not win that shit.
Better not win that shit.
I don't know how they would see. That's the funny thing, because this is the most important part about that. If you let him wrestle in WWE, just real talk, he's going to lose to somebody in WWE. WWE has that belt for whatever time being. You mean you will hand that belt over to them? They'll have it, let's just say 5 months at tops. That person has to tour around with the never open weight belt, putting it over all the rest of that shit. You have to, you probably taking out a few people in New Japan, in the WWE, and finally that person bangs his chest. I'm coming to New Japan, yada 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 yada. Loses in the Tokyo Dome. New Japan gets their belt back. That's the best scenario you get for that. That is the best scenario you get for that. D don't think that's ever gonna happen. Real talk.
Because if you did that, you'd just be like, yo, Ricochet, what you doing right now?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You can, like I said, if New Japan is willing to give them the belt, you are literally saying, all right, WWE, you have the keys. Clink. You know what I'm saying? Just be sure to have that nigga in the Tokyo Dome at New Year's Day so he can lose that shit. That's the best case you on there. Only thing that you could do that beat this, and I really mean it. New Japan, no, WWE will say no to this. And this is where WWE will say no. Let one of our wrestlers come over there with the belt. No. Well, have the wrestler be over there. Y'all. No. I don't think that'll happen.
Nah.
The only way that happens, and you know how that happens. You already know how that happens.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
it's like this. So WWE, he want Tanahashi. I don't think we can do. Now I don't think we can talk. I think Triple H straight up said that. I don't think we can talk. Actually, no, Chris. Let's not beat around the bush. It's Triple H. Like, so who do you want? Okada, and you know I want Okada. Well, you're not getting Okada, but you're not never seeing us ever fucking. I think Triple H. Triple H don't want no other Japanese wrestler except Okada. That's the only one he wants. I guarantee you.
All of a sudden they'd be like, "What about Takahashi? AEW already got him. I want Okada.
I don't want Takahashi. Man, Takahashi's already over there." I would say this, real talk. He would have to have a gimmick coming over when it would be Naito. But anyway.
Yeah.
Hit
Row coming back threw me off though. I was like, Hit Row without Swerve. Interesting.
Hit Row without Swerve is so weird. Y'all wanted him back. Like this was D. This is D. It was just Swerve for me. I don't know why y'all.
But for me though, I'm happy. But I'm like, so B-Fab, you looking nice. You gonna start wrestling?
You gonna wrestle? I'm part of me thinking, hey D, how great was a wrestler she was before that? Not really. I mean, she needed practice. Why they on the main roster?
It's like, put it this way. I'd rather see Eva Marie wrestle. To be real.
Really? Damn, nigga.
Hey, Eva Marie at least improved a little bit. Just a little bit.
I would say this. I have not been keeping up the week-to-week shenanigans of what's going on.
NXT has been great. Did you see the table for three with Braun Breaker and
I still haven't watched none of those yet. Because I keep on forgetting, because that means I got to go on Peacock and actually travel through that shit. And I don't really feel like that.
Oh, it was a great table for three. You know,
actually when I went to see Extreme Rules, I was going through all this shit like, damn, I got shit that I can actually watch.
I've been
because like I'll be honest with you, I was quietly not a fan of how WWE gave up WWE Network. I was not a fan of it, and I didn't was really going well, but I was like, you know what I mean? So I just really didn't go to the Peacock app as much as I like.
I have been enjoying the fuck out of Brawling Brutes and Imperium beating the shit out of each other.
Dog, that whole match was just. Here's the sick part. Y'all want to know the sick part? Vince at home watching that shit. This is some good shit. Oh, Vince loves just bruiser wrestling. That's the crap he likes. The reason why he likes those big guys, because all they do is big men bumping meat type wrestling. Yes, that wasn't big men bumping meat until Gunther and motherfucking man. Gunther and Sheamus been beating the shit out of
look, but D, we said it best. Gunther losing weight, he still is scary as shit.
I will get look, man. Sheamus getting his flowers these last few months has been beautiful because I was telling everybody like Sheamus going to the Hall of Fame and deserves it. And here's the sick part. I think he got a couple more years left. I thought he was about to go out the door. He still wants to wrestle. I love it, Sheamus.
The funniest shit between Imperium and Brawling Brutes was the SmackDown where you see Sheamus and Gunther just staring down, and meanwhile the rest of their crews are just fighting around them and shit. Awesome, let them fight. And they're just staring at each other.
Oh man, I love it. They had to stare down the best stare down. They had to stare down the match. It was like, here comes motherfucking Butch runs over there. This nigga hit this motherfucker with he hit this dude with a tilt-a-whirl back. I don't know what he did. Just flip, bam, with the whole crowd. Whoa! Boy, No, it was so funny. We was all laughing. I was like, me and my boys laughing. I was like, where Butch at? My son, he dead. Oh God, I enjoyed that match way too
Oh
much.
my god, that was the best way to.
I was like, that's a good match. That was
The
great.
kicker to me was that it was so back to back because on Friday Night SmackDown you had them fighting it out, and then it was like, to think. And then yeah, Michael Cole was like, to think they got to fight tomorrow at Extreme Rules.
Yo, man, people would give Michael Cole his credit because this is the first time a lot of people really heard Michael Cole actually be a commentator. And I'm
Unchanged.
like, a lot of y'all didn't listen to a lot of that shows that a lot of people, and this is because a lot of people like me gave Michael Cole his flowers when he did the first UK tournament. Because that whole tournament, it's like Michael Cole knows wrestling moves, he knows how to actually come. It's like Vince don't let this nigga cook for nothing. You mean to tell me for the last 20 years we have been hating Michael Cole? Like, yes. Don't makes no sense, none of it. Vince ruined that man's image for years.
Now everybody's like, oh my god, I think I love him.
Michael Cole cool as shit. Like, yeah, I know, right?
The only weak match, and most people might think it might have been Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre. No, that match was actually Flames.
Yep. I didn't like it like that, but it was
I
okay.
like it. I loved it because
I like the finish way more than I should.
I'm liking the fact that finally Karrion Kross is way better than what he was before.
I don't know what.
A little bit. I don't know whether it was just Vince
Vince doesn't like. I think he didn't want him to be. Vince doesn't, in my opinion, Vince, because this is what I call Cross. Mm-hmm. Cross to me is nothing more than 2022 Psycho Sid.
I was about to say that.
He just Psycho Sid.
I was about to say
the same type of intensity. I had to explain this to my kids, like why we like Psycho Sid. But like, yeah, you see the dumb outtakes of him saying something stupid. Some of that is implied, especially late WCW. I love that Sid leaned into that. I loved it. But anyway, y'all like, okay, that's true. Y'all see Sid. Y'all don't know Psycho Sid, and y'all don't know Sid Justice. Mm-hmm. That's why that dude just intense, and then Shawn Michaels ruined it by calling him luggage. Anyway,
which is ironic because I think Kevin Nash even said, "Damn shame what Shawn Michaels did to him."
Like Cross though, Cross is a better. I was talking to DK about 2 years ago when Cross was in between. When he had his little thing on Lucha Underground, that one little thing, and he did something else. But he was on Impact. And DK was like, Cross is good. Cross is good. I didn't like Cross, but the one thing I gave Cross was for his size, he was actually a really good wrestler. So that's why that match worked. Cross knows how to wrestle. He's all right, man. So,
but the weakness of this pay-per-view, the one weakness, I did not give two shits about Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan. No, and I felt bad for Liv because like she won the title and then it's just
to make it worse, that finish was one like it was so funny when I was going through it, me and my boys like skip the match, like no, we gotta make it, we gotta at least
watch it.
Gotta see the finish. No, our rule is this: watch the whole match or watch the finish. That's our rule. Watch the whole match or the finish. Watch the finish. Get to the finish. That was a long 2 minutes, Chris. That was a long, confusing 2 minutes of two white women sliding up and down on each other in a non-sexual way, and it didn't make any sense.
That was a 10-minute match, D. That's how agonizing. That was an agonizing 10 minutes. It's like,
how did Ronda Rousey didn't put in a cinch in a hold correctly? I don't get it. Whatever.
But anyways,
that was a terrible match.
Bayley and Bianca.
Bayley and Bianca wasn't the. Here's a funny thing. Because I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that always note shit like this. I like the fact that every monumental match that has happened in WWE for women, Bayley was a part of it. Technically making that Spanish history because she is Spanish. She's Mexican American. So, booyah, Miss Martinez's name is all over that. The other thing I also like about that, adjacent with that of breaking records, there's always a black girl there. It's either Sasha or Bianca. And that's fucking awesome to me. This is the first women's ladder match. How was it, D? It was a 7. It was a 7. It was pretty entertaining now. The finish was nice. I thought Bailey freaking killed herself. I mean, died when she got slammed onto the ladder and it closed out. Like there was that. Oh. By the way, Bianca, I saw it. You almost killed yourself twice, falling off that ladder, coming close to that rope with your neck. All right. That's how we lost our homeboy in Mexico, bro. No, like, chill with that shit, girl.
D, you know Montez was sitting back like.
Oh, Montez, look, I'll be honest with you. Montez looked like a nigga that hit the rope with his neck once or twice. He looks like a nigga that.
Well, D, Montez did gain mass, so he can afford to hit the rope on his neck.
Look, D is saying this, and I'm being real. I know all y'all want Montez to be the next superstar. Stop. I know.
He could be the next Booker T.
He's gonna be, man. He got WWE champions. No. DC's Intercontinental Champion, and then we'll talk.
U.S. champ?
I see a U.S. champ, and then we'll talk. Y'all have to understand, everybody is not
made. Build up to that point.
Yeah, look, when Sheamus did it, look at Sheamus now. Well, you could do the same thing with Montez. Okay. You know who that person is? Who? Jinder Mahal. Exactly. So yes, you have to build people up.
Got to build it up here, man. I mean,
that crap, man. You can't get lucky with just throwing the belt on somebody like that. You can't.
Hope to God, it's just Jinder. I feel Jinder just benefited from when he left WWE.
He got hurt. Just got hurt.
And we got $10.
Huh?
Shocking. $10.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. What? We can get money?
I didn't know this.
Hey, y'all, we get money. We're going
to Sizzler. I am shocked. I am genuinely shocked.
But anyway,
but no. The I Quit match between Finn and Edge was
okay. D has to be honest with you. Me and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Finish, yes. This is an I Quit match. This is going to go on forever. First off, though, before I go into that, Finn's theme song and his mask and the fact that he stood there with the wings just floating in the background. Yes. Yes. These quite the homosexual for that. Yes, I am.
Is it the abs or is it just is it the
abs? Hey, Chris, this is D's fantasy, so shut the fuck up. It's a little bit of everything.
Also, he's not he's wrestling in pants now, D. That's weird.
Yeah, he's wrestling in pants now. Thank God. I'm cool with my love for Finn Balor. I love Finn, man. That's my nigga. I love that short dude, yeah. But the way that whole match ended, woo doggy. The second I saw Beth come out there, the shenanigans began. Edge getting this shit in. Then all of a sudden, here comes that shitty mullet, Dominic Guerrero. Dominic Guerrero. Yeah, Dominic Guerrero.
Come on now, we know who the dad is.
No, we know who his dad is, yeah. Shout outs to Rhea Ripley. Hey, Rhea. Okay, first off, D is saying this. I'm glad they finally gave you a bump to do. Finally. Rhea can take bumps, man. She can get hit by a man. We're cool with this.
Equal opportunity.
Yo, but the whole ending in the fact that Edge and Beth had something going, and Beth gets clocked upside the head, and then it just turns into, we gonna fuck your wife up, nigga. It's like, don't, I quit. Just don't hurt her. I quit. Here's me. Good drama. Great drama. Great you know why? You know why? My 10-year-old is into it. Oh, let him go. And I'm sitting there like, be heels in front of my child. Break my child's heart. Rhea, nope. Oh, I was just like, oh, you're so stupid, Aj.
Which side note, I loved when Finn was trying to get AJ as part of the team and they did the too sweet stuff, and all of a sudden AJ was like, I wasn't talking about you. And all of a sudden the good brothers come out, you see Finn's face like,
oh shit.
Dom-
I love the fact that they made it back, and Bobby Fish was like, "Nah, we don't want you, Bobby."
Sorry, Bobby, can't have it.
I laugh at that. I was telling Angela, look, Carl's out there. He's divorced now, so he's fucking every Asian girl. That's totally not my wife. I'm over her.
Awesome.
And shout outs to Luke Gallows because D personally always like Luke. I always like Luke. And see that long ass rat tail, like that's badass, Luke. I love it. I love it, Luke.
Also, I was loving Dominic getting his ass whipped by fucking Luke. It's like, oh, that's right. Dominic is the other dude that Luke is beating.
Dominic getting tossed. It's so fucking fun. Oh God. I will say this. This is just D's opinion. I do hate how Damian Priest is the most like they still need him, and of course you still need him there, but I feel like his
utility.
It's like so utility at this point. It's like Finn talks. Rhea does sexy golf shit, and Dominic does a storyline I don't care for that much.
Damian is like, I'm big goth black man.
All right, I'm big goth Puerto Rican daddy. Here's
Puerto Rican. That's right, Puerto Rican.
Yeah, big Puerto Rican golf daddy. Here's everybody else. And chill. Just chill. Just you don't have to say that out loud. All right.
But the premiere match, the creme de la creme, Matt Riddle and Seth freaking Rollins in a cage match, fight pit match.
Yeah. Do you like it that much? I didn't like it that much.
I will say the aftermath of it. Our boy Brock fucking Lesnar screwed fucking Bobby Lashley and allowed Seth to win the United States belt. And I'm like,
that was the thing. Seth was hurt, and yeah, he got lit up by Matt Riddle. Fucked his ass up. I will give him that. But I didn't, I wasn't too big of, I know it's something different, so I give WWE that because that's something they wanted to do for years like that. They just never had an idea. Before, so
can I ask you a question? How is it that Matt Riddle hasn't fucked his foot up wrestling barefoot? I'm shocked. That is a feat of magic.
That's training. That's just good training, man. That's like Ryu fighting barefoot, man. He's been doing it for years, though. Don't ask questions.
I know. I think everybody is just baffled that that's a thing. It's like,
Bork Laser going out there eye to eye to Bobby was like, "Oh, we're doing this."
When Bobby opened the belt like this, it's like, Bobby, don't do that. Oh, Bobby,
Bobby, you're a black man raising something over a white man's head.
Don't do it.
You saw what happened to him, boy.
You saw what happened to Roman when he did that to Brock. Don't do it.
Yo, I laughed the whole thing. The whole thing with Roman is hilarious to me because
Sami Zayn is a fucking
Sami Zayn.
Pissing off Jey Uso every step of the way is great.
Who knew that the Jey Uso revenge plot will happen via Sami Zayn? Who knew?
Because I think people forget that
this is a pure example of I'm gonna whoop your ass and then I'm gonna whoop your ass because that's what's happening right now.
Did you see?
Jay is sick of everybody. He is that's a man that's about to snap.
Did you see Soka fucking corpse when fucking Sammy made a joke?
Man, I love it. Oh, come on, you kind of quiet. But this is your day.
This is so great.
It's just saying you're just not fun, Roman ain't shit. He makes a point, man. Okay, D has to say this because I'm a big fan of acknowledging him, but at the same time, seeing the match that he had against what he had to do against Brock to keep Brock down, I just like that one dude asked him a question. He just stood up, acknowledge me. I acknowledge you. Damn right. It just sat there. Didn't answer no more questions. I gotta be real with you. Look, Vince McMahon's a genius. Vince McMahon is a genius for this.
Look, I would say this. I think the best thing
This is all business out here. He's a genius.
Hey, look, you already know what's happening right now. They're already rumoring that we're going to get Roman versus The Rock, and I'm like, sure. I hope it's not a title match. Just keep it straight up.
I would like a cousin versus cousin match. Roman's going to make him. No, he better not. I don't think I'm saying that for one reason. Rock and Rock knows it. You're going to have to take an L.
Can't Vin Diesel this shit with a tie.
I'm sorry, Black Adam. That would be bad publishing. That would be bad PR for you if after the match, acknowledge me. You're like, I acknowledge you. That's bad PR for Black Adam. You don't want that. So I would suggest no. Because if you win that match, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
You know that needs to go to Roman. And you know that Roman is geared for this. Roman has cucked his entire family.
And he cucks The Rock? It's a wrap.
I love it.
Oh, dude. Hey, dude. Dude, if he gets Rikishi to acknowledge him, it's a wrap.
Look, if you do bring The Rock up here, we need Hollywood quality writing and Hollywood camera work and everything, because I want to get the moment where there's going to be a match at WrestleMania. It's all good. Like, I think you did good. You know what I noticed? You didn't acknowledge me. And you know that's going to be a whole thing, and The Rock's going to go through this whole thing. And here's Rikishi. Rikishi coming in. Hey, cuz. All you gotta do, man. He's the head of the family now, man. That's all you got. Like, I acknowledge you. You're like, I think he's all pointing at everything. The crowd not being shit. He did it for The Rock. He did it for The Rock. And you know he goes, look. And he doesn't acknowledge him. I can't do it. He turns his back. Rikishi's the one. Like, Rikishi did it. And the whole squad jumps him. Yes, Sami hit that nigga with a Luma kick and everything.
Actually, we need a moment where
you know what, Chris?
D.
If that's the storyline, I'm for this. I'm for The Rock coming back. If it's for
we're talking about Rikishi. We just need a moment where Roman is walking backstage and he walks past Tamina and looks at her and is like, "You're going to acknowledge me, cousin."
So you're going to acknowledge me too? Oh, I'm waiting for him to. I'm waiting for Roman to turn on and terrify the women in the WWE locker room. I've been waiting on that.
Tamina, fucking.
I've been waiting on it. I've been waiting. Oh, you can do it, WWE. Be dirty. Be dirty. Be dirty.
Gotta do it.
I mean, he's the head, not you. What do you mean I mean, you know, we still. I mean, yeah, but Roman's like the head of the table. Like, he's the man, you know. I mean, baby, you are too. It's all good. Shit, you all right, man. Damn, I mean, yeah. So you don't, you know, he's gonna slam dance up, be all mad.
Acknowledge me.
And when he finally gets into a fight with Roman, he gets washed by Roman. Naomi's all blocking him. I want you and him to acknowledge me. I am waiting, Chris. I have been waiting for the dominoes to fall on Roman Reigns. Oh shit! Because I know it's going to be class A villainy, but it's going to be finally he's done. Thank God. Because the way you do it, you have to be sick of that heel before they finally lose. You know what I mean? You have to totally.
Roman is hitting that almost. So he's almost getting there. He's almost getting there.
Pure villain mode. When he hits the pure villain mode, which is the best, because actually I think he's already entered it. Especially after that last match where Brock, when he barely kept him down, that was one of it. That was a pure. I got his ass though.
So now,
Yeah,
it's
at this point, Roman's kind of scared. He's been untouchable, and that's when you're the most vulnerable, when you're untouchable. You know, so
somebody
I'm
was like, it's gonna be a domino effect. Sammy's gonna get kicked out the bloodline, and Jay is gonna probably like beat Roman or some shit. It's gonna be like, oh shit, like where did this happen?
I hope, I hope when Sammy goes out, he goes out in a blaze of glory.
I need Kevin.
Eric and Chris, I'm saying it right now. It's going to be after the Royal Rumble. Something stupid went down. Sammy is like, look, Roman, I tried, but I did all for you, Tribal G. And finally, he lets it out. The crowd is going to be so sad.
Yes.
The boos are going to be unhinged.
And then Kevin Owens the next night is going to be like,
ooh.
Kevin Owens the next night. I told you, man. I told you not to fuck with him.
Nigga gonna play.
Oh, real quick. Chad Gable suplexing fucking Braun. Holy fuck. That's insane.
I think what the one thing Triple H is doing is trying to make sure everybody has fun. Do what you want to do.
Who knew I'll be enjoying the second coming of Kurt Angle through Chad Gable?
Man, Chad is a beast, man. And Chad's sheesh, the best thing in the world. I am just waiting. But I'm waiting for the thing that I know is going to happen because Triple H is in charge now. Hey, Otis, yeah? You were on the level of an Olympic wrestler too, right? Yes, I was. Go out there and do some Kurt Angle shit. I want to see that. But no, if you don't know this, Otis was actually this close from making the Olympic team. He didn't make it. But his friend at the time was actually Chad Gable. It was like, oh man, you didn't make it, but they were still friends. They both went to WWE with each other. So it's kind of funny that I want to see that motherfucker wrestle. I want to see him I want to see that big dude. Pow!
I mean,
stretch the ass out, Otis. yeah.
But yeah, man, it feels good to be back. Sports is back. I'm excited. I'm in an NBA fantasy team now, and I'm like, I'm very weird. The structure of players that I got, I'm happy with. And what somebody told me with the NBA fantasy, it's like since they go based off the games for that week and stuff, you know, it was like somebody was like, technically, whoever you drafted, you could technically run with that team for the rest of the season. You really don't have to really alternate.
That's the reason why I don't like it like that. And it does kind of require you, if you do have a play. I think the reason why I don't play is because I think 1 year everybody got hurt.
Yeah, man, I got Kevin Durant. I think the only trouble I had was with centers because I realized looking at the NBA, there's only a handful of true centers. Everybody else is like either center, power forward, or center guard or some shit like that. So
yeah,
it's
no different. It is kind of funny that you probably would have. Who did you get for your center? Now I'm interested.
All right. Here's who I got. All right, because I have it up. It's Kevin, because the way it was is you can keep one player for yourself, and then you have to kind of go for everybody else. So now I have for my center I have Porzingis, and for my backup center I got Al Horford and Brandon Clark as my backups.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Because I was late
playing center. I didn't know he was playing center.
Well, he's center / power forward.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, but my starting lineup is Ja Morant, Tyler Hero, Kevin Durant, Andrew Wiggins, Porzingis, Jordan Poole, and Marcus Smart.
Yeah, you're probably fine. You got one of those lineups you can kind of keep in there unless somebody get hurt.
And my backups is like Kelly Oubre, Monty Morris, Al Horford, KCP, Herbert Jones, and Brandon Clark.
You got a couple of people.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes and stuff. I'm curious on how the NBA is going to go because me, I'm big on the Wizards, and it seemed like the Wizards, for all intents and purposes, they did pretty good this preseason. So
I think it's going to be I think they're going to still be in the rebuild phase, meaning that we're going to get some really good wins, but
I get Porzingis for the season now. Finally, not half the season.
I will say this. I think we'll be gunning for the playoffs, but if we don't make it, I want to be surprised. You know what I mean? If it really feels like we really do gotta clink, 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 build bricks on this team. They like Kuzma. They think the V is going to come out next year, really burning up next year. Porzingis really wants to be that vet that can be like just a solid vet. Like I can give you these 12 every night or something. You know what I mean? Like something like that. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
I think they can accomplish a lot. I'm not. What I'm basically saying is this: I'm not asking for a lot. Just don't be dog shit.
Yeah.
That's. I'm being honest with you. That's the most I'm asking for the Wizards. Don't be dog shit this year.
Yeah.
If they're like the 10th, 9th best team, all right, good.
Yeah. But yeah, that is it for Working Title Sports Show. Want to appreciate Leanne for the $10 donation. That was unexpected but great.
Thank you. And God, I wish I had
yeah, but yeah, this is great, and hopefully we'll be back next week, and hopefully we can get some more people on and kind of get back into the groove of doing more sports stuff.
Shout out to our boy. He is well in the hospital. Our boy Denzel, who y'all seen in the show a couple times.
Wrestling injury.
Yeah, this nigga decided to psycho sit himself, and
except at least it wasn't live.
Oh my God. But still, that injury is one of the reasons why I didn't want to be a wrestler. Yeah, I'm not joking. That's one of the reasons why. But unfortunately, it had. Here's the sad part on my end for that. I was telling Angie about him, about Denzel, how he was doing because he was wrestling and all the rest of that. She's like, wait a minute, he was doing it. Like, yeah, that's cool, all that. Later that day, yep, I broke my leg. What?
Put it up in the group chat, and I was like, damn.
Oh man, I called that up, man. I'm so sorry, man. I'm over here being proud for my friend and shit, and I got this nigga hurt. I'm called to play his name up.
Yeah, but yeah, this is it. But yeah, thanks. We'll be back next week, more sports stuff, and hopefully we'll see how chaotic baseball gets after this weekend. Because this is gonna be interesting.
Look, Yankees gonna.
Don't say that. Dude. I want them to lose so fucking bad. I want them to be gone. I want them out of here. I really want them out of here.
Oh man, the roaches, man. They come. It's the Guardians, man. I'm actually proud of the Guardians making through their wild card, but come on, man, they ain't gonna win.
Look, I believe in the Guardians.
Guardian D. Guardians. He's like, it's an angel. What's his face? Nothing. What's the angel's face? Nothing.
It's a baseball face.
He's like this. He's like this. No. What's his face? It's Chief Wahoo. We just got it's like a little thing around it. It's still Chief Wahoo.
It's like,
yeah, whatever. All right, y'all.
Anyways, peace out. Later.